Welcome, everyone, to a special edition of Wednesday Night Shooting called Live After SmackDown Live, because we're after SmackDown Live on a Tuesday for a very special reason. But we'll get into that, I'm sure, banter about it later. I am your host, Tonya Rodgers, here with my co-host, Andrew M. Swift. Yay.
This is, it's a throwback. I mean,
Yeah.
live after SmackDown, you know, that's what we used to rock. We rocked out on it. And that was almost we talked too much on that show, and we just not get the review done until like 1:30. There's a little inside baseball for everybody. Like, that's literally the reason we switched from Tuesday to Wednesday, because back in the day, the Kish side editors were like, yeah, can you get the review in earlier? So we're like, all right, we'll switch to Wednesday, you know, and do some shoots. But yeah, back on our original night. Boy.
Wow. It's kind of bittersweet.
It is a little bit. It is a lot of different ways, for sure.
Yeah, a whole lot of ways.
Yeah.
We're going to get right into this past weekend was WrestleMania 34. And we're going to cover the event that came before Takeover. There are some things we need to talk about for Takeover. But we'll start, and this might even surprise Andrew, with what seems to be a crowd favorite, the Fuckamu of the week. Who would you say I would give it to this week?
Boy, there's a couple of options. I mean, Vince seems like the obvious option. You could go, I don't know. Now that you said it is not, now that you're like trying to hint that there's a little thing going on, now I'm confused. I immediately assumed it was. Are you saying it's like Paul for some reason or something? Or
no, okay. Gonna be a shock.
Right. Is it gonna be? Wow. All right. I legitimately do not know. So you're just gonna have to go ahead.
The Fuckamu of the week, everyone, is me. I'm the Fuckamu.
Oh, did you see that swerve? I did not see that coming. Holy shit.
And I'm going to tell you why. And I immediately thought about this after the main event had happened. My mic is weird?
I think it's yours, but I'm not entirely certain. It could be my internet. I don't know.
Okay, because just let me know. But I was thinking about it, and it was like I should have known better. It sounds robotic. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry about that. But try to power through anyway. It just felt like how dare I get my hopes up? Because it is always something wrong with it, and it's always been since the beginning of his push. There's always been a catch, and I just should have known because the build was so good, and I was so excited. I should have known better than to expect WWE to do the logical thing. I should have seen this coming. And somewhere between F5 number 4 and 6, I did see it coming. That's why people can go back. I didn't tweet at all during that match. I wasn't going to. And then like he kept F5 and kicking out. And I was like, oh shit, wait a minute. This isn't, wait a minute, what's like, they're not going to have him kick out of too many more F5s. And then he didn't kick out. And I was like, it just sunk in like, oh my God, you're such a fucking idiot. You believed. And that's on me and me alone. I can't blame anybody else because I know this company. I know this history. I've seen what they've done to my several of my other favorites. Like, I know the history of it, and I expected the best, and I should have been prepared for the worst. And I know people are going to say, oh, he gets this and everything. I've had a long-standing conspiracy theory about Roman, and it stands, and I don't care what anyone thinks. I feel like they buried him Sunday and Monday, and I should have seen it coming. Daniel Bryan's coming back. They got all this new talent. They don't really like. They've gotten their use out of him. He'll be Sheamus. He'll be Randy Orton. You know, but he is never going to be the guy. So that's all.
I was expecting more fire and brimstone. I'm not gonna lie.
Right, because that's what I do. But like, honestly, understand. I sat like I didn't have a TV on. I didn't have a light on. I sat in the dark with my laptop for 2 hours. After that, and people who follow me know, tweeting the wildest, like the first thing that came to my mind as a fan. I was very emotionally raw, and I didn't give a fuck. I'm still emotionally raw. I don't give a fuck. I feel like my fandom has been changed overnight. Like, and it wasn't like my faith in what they were doing with Roman was not solid at all. Very skeptical. I don't have an ounce of more optimism or credit to give them. This, it is to do that, and on top of that, like anybody who has the night that Roman had, let him go home to his wife and his kids early. WrestleMania week should be over for him. You did what we asked you to do. Every step of the way. You got busted the fuck open, which wasn't even the plan. The weird ass promo in the ring, it was like, I've never seen the look on his face. There's a gif out there of him like with Samoa Joe's out there talking and he's grimacing because you know that's his character. And it felt like a split second he breaks his character. It has the saddest fucking look on his face. And I'm so glad all these people are celebrating and it's happy. You do your little happy dance. But just know, like, understand when you were bitching and whining about your favorite, I was supporting you with your favorite. Just remember that. And some Roman fans may annoy you, but you claim, oh, well, you know, it's not all of his fans. But you're sitting here openly laughing at him. Like, I see you. I fucking see you. I see all these motherfuckers who are doing it. And just wait, because they work for Vince. Just wait. Not going to show any sympathy anymore. When anybody else gets fucked over, I'm celebrating. Like my fucking favorite actually won. Oh shit, they buried him. Ha ha ha. People fantasy booking like it was so callous. The way they just, okay, now we get to have Brock versus. Did you see Brock in that fucking match? Like, did you see? Andrew, did you watch that match? Brock act like he was just throwing him around. Like, it was crazy. It's like Roman looks out of it after the match. Like, he got paid. And I know he got paid. He got paid well. He's a wrestler. He didn't get, like, do you really sign up when you're a wrestler to go actually get the shit beat out of you by a legit UFC fighter? That's what we do.
Get a bunch of shoot elbows, yeah. And
then the next night, go out and basically say, Vince changed the script on me? What the fuck was that promo?
It didn't make any sense.
It had Joe come out. They had him get his ass beat.
Yeah.
One night, and then humiliated him in front of the very people that fucking hate him.
Yeah.
But it's people like, it's a lot of us, we fucking out here and we fucking support him. And like, motherfucker, when he has all these accolades. Name a fucking accolade that he got the WWE, even if it was done right when they did it, somehow, shortly after, didn't fuck up. Name one. As a singles competitor, do not include the Shield. Because one of Triple H's sons was in the Shield too. Oh, wait a minute. 2 of them were. No, 3 of them were. When is Triple H taking over? Get this old fucking senile bastard. It's sad that he is embarrassed of what he has built. And he is sucking UFC dick right now. It's sad. I used to have respect for him. I don't even have that anymore. I ain't never liked his ass. Never thought much of him creatively. As a businessman, I used to respect him. He is getting fucked annually in the ass by Brock. And if it is true that after that shit happened, first of all, if it's true that Brock wanted to put Roman over and fuck off, then seriously, fuck you up the ass. I don't give a fuck. Like the people stayed there to hijack it. That means they stayed there. That means on some level they fucking care. So if you weren't being so fucking stubborn and just fucking turn him heel, you can still do every fucking thing you've been doing. My fucking time. I'm so this is how I choose to approach it. I don't know if you saw my tweet. I'm just gonna be a hater. I can't stop doing Roman, so I'm just gonna hate everything else. Scorched earth. Nothing will grow here if Roman doesn't succeed, you motherfuckers. Okay? I'm sorry. This wasn't the only part of WrestleMania, but it feels like it to me. I'm sorry. All right, I'm done.
It kind of like deleted everything before that. Everything in my mind. Like it just kind of took me out. And like I was on the internet for a couple of hours after the show too, just being like, what? You know, right? And like I like Roman, but I wouldn't ever call him like one of my very favorites. And I was just like, wow, they did that was dirty. Like that everything they've done in this build has just been dirty as hell. Dude gets like beat up, cuffed, you know, dude gets like laid out the week before and then just gets just destroyed. Like, man, that's none of it makes a whole lot of sense to me. And especially if they do the title switch in Saudi, like that with him escaping a cage, like not even pinning.
Who gives a fuck about Saudi Arabia? It's like, one of the worst fucking countries in the world. Imagine trying to appeal to Saudi Arabia. Who the fuck does that? Fuck you, Vince.
Here's the
thing. Go suck a bag full of dicks. Saudi, like the women can't even perform.
Yeah.
The best part of WrestleMania can't fucking perform at this bullshit show.
And all for that fat check. You know, it's just like a fat check that the Saudis wrote for this show, and probably wrote even more of a check if they said, "Give us
Brock
a title,
Lesnar's
like a main title switch." Yeah. Give us a main title switch, and we'll pay you even more. And so, it's just not. It's bad. It's wrong. That's not how you should conduct your business at all. It's not how you should conduct your show. You know. It's messy on so many levels, and it speaks to everything that anyone ever has a problem with the Fed. And it's like, here you go. Like, this is pretty much example 1 right now, you know? Like, it's hard to imagine a thing that felt more like a slap in the face, even to the people who like hate Roman. This is a slap in the face if they don't realize it, because they get off on hating him. You know, like they fucking love hating him. Be like,
Yes.
oh, we're so anti-Roman.
They
You know,
they bust a nut every time he fails, every single time,
exactly. And
all
they were,
over themselves.
yeah, and they didn't even realize what was happening because it was just, it was just weird and deflating, and it reminded me of every pay-per-view in fall of 2016.
You know what?
The feeling that I had after SummerSlam, Hell in a Cell, and especially Roadblock, End of the Line, like that feeling. Yep, it reminded me of that, and I was just like, wow, that's terrible. Like I don't get it. I just don't get it. It doesn't. The only explanation I have is that they got paid a shit ton of money for the show in Saudi and like a title switch, and it's so ridiculous because now the title switch is going to be escaping a cage rather than a pinfall, and it's just like, wow,
And that's the thing.
you cannot make this dude look more of a chump. The nice thing about Ember is that she wasn't champion for that long. So like she didn't have a long reign. It was clearly a transitional reign. So it was like, okay, you know, like I mean, you and I are both very much on hashtag Ember should have won. But for her, it's like, okay, it makes sense because they have told us how they see this title reign going, like this, they've not like lied to us. They've not been inauthentic in any sense. And so but what they've done with Roman, it feels like, especially the promo on Monday last night, it felt like some Vince Russo 2000 shit. Like I showed up and people are whispering behind my back, and it's like no one wants to see this promo. Like, are you,
What the fuck
really?
are you talking about, Roman? You lost. Why are you getting a rematch? Why the fuck are you out here?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? Just right. What you do to a character like that this has happened to is you turn them heel. That's what you do. But then now they're gonna put that ugly ass, stupid ass belt on him. Because to me, it was never about that. It was about beating Brock clean at WrestleMania. Lots of people said they could have run Roman Brock without the title because they were the only two men that beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania, which and Roman was supposed to have retired him, but no, they took that back earlier in the fucking show. I should have known then. When they did the shit in the ring with the hat and the thing, and like, whoopsies, we take that back. We were just playing. Y'all know we funny. Y'all know it. Come on. Hey, enjoy this 10-year-old winning the tag team belt. Don't worry about it. Fuck this company. Up the ass. Fuck them.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It was legitimately hard to like put into words like how I felt. Just weird and vacant and distant. And I felt bad for you and all the other Roman fans. And I was just like, I can't believe they actually did that. Like, wow. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of stunning. It's just stunning, and I don't know what I mean. Like, how could you not turn the man? How could you not bring him out the next night and be like, "Fuck all of you fans. This is your fault." Like, how could you not have him do that and turn? And instead you just have Joe come out and literally it was the old like
him.
it was the old like when Bliss was at her worst, when she was cutting promos on people, just straight clowning them,
Yes.
and then proving the face to be a piece of shit, a worthless piece of shit, and like people would be excited for it, and it was just like because the delivery was good or whatever, the talker's charismatic, and it's just like, this is a weird way to treat a face, especially a face you put a lot of time and money in, and like
4 WrestleMania main events, 4 in a row.
And this is how you end it? Like, it doesn't like, they're so close. They had told the story they needed to tell. They had got crowds mostly behind him, and then they just were like, they either saw the money or they got scared because one crowd, which they knew was going to be anti-Roman.
You see, here's the thing, though. the
like,
first 5 minutes
yeah.
was the first 5 minutes of that match was all right. It was kind of lit, and the crowd was trying to troll it, but then they was also trying to pay attention.
Yeah.
And as soon as they went to Suplex City, at first they was counting suplexes, but as soon as they started going with the same old beat, that like don't rerun the same shit. Make it like it's been 3 years. You supposed to show Roman has grown. Let it be a little bit more even. Make the match shorter. Fuck, the show is 6 hours. You didn't have to go but 10 minutes. But what I'm talking about, I'm talking about him going over. Silly me. Silly me.
It's just mind-boggling. It's just mind-boggling. I don't. And it really, like, I was like already, I was salty about another thing earlier on the show that happened, but like I was salty, but mostly like it was partly tongue in cheek. And then I woke up the next morning from being put in such a sour mood from the main event, and I was just extra salty about that other thing. I was just like, this is coming from a different place. Like now I'm like, I like Charlotte again. Maybe it's just because she put over the Iconics, so that might be a part to do with it, you know, or whatever. But like, I don't know. You just can't do that to your paying customers. Like, it really felt late WCW, and that's literally the worst possible thing you can say about a show, especially your biggest show of the year. Like, that's some Starcade shit. That's some Star shit right there, you know? Like, oh man, I don't get it. I just do not get it. Like back in the territory days, like if this is back in the 80s, that show, that main event finish, like, and the, you know, the promo the night after and everything, that would kill a territory. Like they have a complete monopoly now, which is fine. But like that sort of thing would kill a territory because it kills the investment of so many fans, and it just kills the trust you've built up with your audience. You know, even the people who don't like him trusted, you know. And so like when you just do a switch that isn't even like, it's not like all is champion, and you know, because people love Braun, it's a lazy part-timer that barely puts in any effort, gets paid a fuck ton of money, now works for another company as well, and he clearly cares more about that shit. So it's just like, for what? You did this for what? You know? It's just dumb. It's just beyond dumb. And beyond dumb, and a slap in the face to so many paying customers and people watching. Like, even, and I'm not even like a huge Roman stan by any means. And it's just like, I feel like I've been wronged with that finish in that main event, you know? And you can't take that feeling away. And there's only so many like times you can do shit like that, and then people will literally turn out. Like they'll just be like, wow, okay, you know, what's the point? And like I'm stunned you haven't just like gone on radio silence. Like if they somehow like got Sasha to like that position and then pull the rug out like that, I'd be off Twitter. I'd be fucking like I would be going on.
I refuse.
Like your tweet storm about like being shout out. Oh yeah, shout outs to like,
I was
everybody
upset.
else, and like Cody and the Bucks and
or moved on from him, been successful without him.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like in my
I was
head.
like, man, mine would have been longer. Mine would have been like, I've been referencing like every fucking show she's ever been on. Been in. But luckily I never have to worry about that because she's never be. Yay! Hooray!
Oh shit! Okay, let's get on to the MVP of the week, which is Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Rowdy Ronda Rousey. Like that was was that today or was that yesterday when we were tweeting it? The days all go together. I don't even know anymore. But Tonya was like, you pick MVP, and I was like, there's really only one choice. It's they really saw today for the numbers that Raw pulled last night in the first 2 hours. It's just like, wow. Like, we say this a lot, we joke about this a lot, but here's an absolute truth. In 2018, Ronda Rousey is capital T, the capital G guy, the guy. Like, you pull those numbers, you have that debut performance, you get that buzz. Like, that was tremendous, you know? Everything about that match was just terrific. It really, and credit to Paul and Steph for showing a lot of ass, for sure. Like, they did. Like, they did for sure. Paul fucking selling for Ronda just was killing me dead or whatever. And like the tease of like Paul maybe tapping out to Ronda was like the whole crowd, the internet was just losing its fucking mind. Like, oh my God, you know, and like it was fine that even they didn't do that, because then they had like literally Steph look like she had her arm torn out of her socket, you know, which was fucking really great and terrific. But yeah, and like, we know she was like schooled through the whole thing, and like it was very rehearsed or whatever, probably for weeks and weeks and months or whatever. And you know, she had 3 very experienced people in the ring with her. But even still, she showed up. She had a little good banter too. Like, Paul was trying to fuck with her or whatever, and then she was like yelling on the outside, "Fine, I guess I'll just go back to beating up your wife or whatever," you know, which she proceeded to do. You know, so it was like, those little things, like, it was like, okay, she's pretty, she's pretty fucking good at this, you know. And like, that's why when like people are like, oh, why do you care about if someone like was a mark growing up or whatever, if they're a mark, if they care about the shit? And it's like, because it, on some level, it shows like you can get into the business and be terrific and not care about it beforehand, or even care about when you're doing it. But like, on some level, you know, if you have it in your like blood kind of running through it, like that enthusiasm shows out, and like it comes across at like all times. And like, her smile is just so genuine, like on camera. Like, every time she appears, she's just like, this is fun to be here, you know. And so like, the fear was, oh, they're, you know, hiring this, you know, person from out of the company. Maybe she's like semi full-time, maybe she's part-time or whatever, and people might be annoyed that she's gonna, like, you know, go over their faves or whatever. And they're really, at this point, there's no real feeling like that. Like, I don't even feel that. Like, they're gonna run one of those lit Madison Square Garden house shows with Ronda and Sasha maining, and I'm gonna be in the first fucking row. You better fucking believe it, you know. And I know the result. I know the result of this match, you know. Like, it's not going any other possible way. But that, I don't know, you just have someone that shows that much enthusiasm and just has an aura and a presence, and they booked her, and they booked all of that to come across in a very big way. So, you know, credit to I'm certain Paul, Kurt, and Steph all probably had a huge part in laying out that match. They probably booked that entire match and laid it out. Like, they probably damn near agented it as well, you know, because they know how big of a deal it was.
That's a Triple H deal completely. That's him all the way. That's his match. Seriously. Yeah. He knows how to agent.
God, this is the last time a Triple H match at Mania has been anything other than god awful, basically.
Look, listen, I liked his match with Sting, but that's because, you know, like 4 of my favorite fucking wrestlers were out there, right, and it was like fun. And I didn't care if Sting won or not. And 2 old guys wrestling, who really cares? But like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, this was really good, very good. It's like one of the top Triple H matches at WrestleMania, honestly, if I'm thinking about it.
It really, I can't honestly. I mean, like, I missed a lot of his run through the 2000s or whatever when I wasn't watching. But
I did too.
From what I know and what I just have heard and what people have told me, I think that's got to be his best Mania match. I mean, there might be one better. Maybe the triple threat with Shawn and Benoit, but like, I've never seen that match, so but like people speak highly of it, but I've never seen it, so I can't.
It was
really
very good.
credit. I mean, it was a long time ago, you know. And it's
Yes, very.
it's also something that is not remembered anymore. So, you know.
Yeah, I don't go back and watch any Benoit.
Yeah.
It's icky. I can't. Like
It is,
even if I happen to like watch a show, I be watching like, we'll go back. Oh, let me watch past Royal Rumbles, and you get in there, you be like, oh shit, I forgot about him being on this show.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But yeah, I just want, like, my favorite part that really got to me is when Ronda was confronting Triple H, and I'm like, Triple H is like, they're gonna fight, and then she backed him up in the corner, and like, I get it, men's right activists, I get it. If a man can't hit a woman, woman can't hit a man, it's all equal, yada yada yada. But you just don't understand how good it felt to see Ronda Rousey back and Triple H up in that corner throwing them fists. I was like, it felt so good. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. So, yeah, that should have been a main event.
Yeah. Honestly,
It should have been a main event. If this is how you're going to book the show, that should have been the main event.
Right? Yeah. If that was like going to be the finish to the title match, then that mixed tag definitely should have made. Like, but they didn't do it because they want a women's singles match to main event next year. And
to make history.
To make history. And boy, I tell you what, if you think I was salty on Sunday night, 2 nights ago, imagine the salt that's going to pour out of me when Charlotte Flair goes over Ronda fucking Rousey in the main event of WrestleMania.
Do you think so?
What do you mean, do you think so? Like,
because it's Ronda Rousey. Come on now. It's literally Ronda Rousey though.
Hey, they're trying to create a greatest of all time. Okay. So I'm just saying, people like what this is the thing. Never bet in a big spot.
You know what?
You shouldn't do it.
Wait a minute. Pause.
Dumb pointless
Andrew.
shit. But
Andrew, you should have just checked me and said, really? You're questioning whether something's a sure thing or not? Like, where the hell is my head? Of course Charlotte could go over Ronda. Of course she can.
Definitely. She absolutely could go over. I mean, like, it definitely could just be building Char for Ronda, or it could just be building her to become the best of all time, which... Oh God, the salt might start pouring out. Here's the thing: if Char hadn't to put over the Iconics tonight in such a big way, I would be ranting and screaming just as much as you were. And I don't even particularly like Asuka. I mean, she's a great worker or whatever. She's very charismatic, but she's not anywhere near like one of my faves. But just all the accolades and all people that have been sacrificed to elevate a very good worker who's a hit or miss promo and is not particularly charismatic, all because of a fucking family name. And I'm sorry, this zeitgeist in 2018, every time I see a legacy in like the news or whatever, they're always doing something fucking awful. Legacies are out. Okay, ban legacy admissions to college. Raise the inheritance tax like 1 billion%. Like,
wow, Andrew.
Seriously, legacies are not the zeitgeist, and yet they continue to push this, and it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't match with the time we are in, and that I want wrestling to reflect the time period we are in, and Charlotte does not. And she's terrific. Don't get me wrong. She's an excellent worker, but she's not what they want her to be, and she's not what they claim that she is. And I'm just sorry. It's true. It's just 100% true. And it's literally one of the best works that the company has ever told, that they have convinced people she is the greatest female talent in this roster, when it's not. It's just not true. It's just not true. So, all right, I got a little bit of salt out there.
You started going off. He was
I started going up. I was about to. I almost
kill all legacies.
I seriously, right? It would have been bad, but I almost called her. I almost said something about Ivanka Trump and made a comparison, like, I'm like, that's where my head is at right now.
Wow.
Like, all legacies are fucking terrible, and so like,
except Roman Reigns.
Well, here's the thing. He's a personal caller legacy, so he doesn't even get to go over. Like, he just gets like to be put in a spot and then clowned repeatedly.
He's built up so he can put over guys who don't need to be put over.
Yep. And boy, I tell you that would have been way worse. I tell you, I love the Hales clan on Twitter because all of them are just anti-Charlotte brigade, and I just fucking tweet. It's just, I fucking love it so much. It's great. I have this very odd, I don't even know how to understand, because I'm like a horsewoman stan, and I like Charlotte quite a bit, but like,
it's her push you don't like.
It's her push, man. It's her push. I just can't with her push. I just can't do it. And like, why is MTV not inviting her on to come onto the show? Because she's not in time with the zeitgeist.
Here's the thing. It's like you have all these different condiments and you're choosing the bland ass mayonnaise every single time.
Every single time.
Mayonnaise again, really? Vince and his Lily Whites.
Lily Whites, for sure.
Yeah. So,
although luckily, I mean, it was a great match. I'll say that about it. And you know, she put over Peyton and Billy big tonight, like in a very big way. So that's good. And luckily, there wasn't another Lily White episode on Sunday, because that I would have turned the show off.
Yeah. But I told him I know I should be worried, but that one, like, I don't know what's going on with WWE and The Rock, but they not gonna do nothing that bad to Nia, or The Rock never speak to him again. He already didn't come to WrestleMania. He was like, nope. People asking him like, WrestleMania? Oh, WrestleMania. Yeah, I remember that show. No, not going anywhere near that. Because I think he's trying to distance himself from Vince for political reasons. But Vince is still like, shit. Whenever he dropped that, he gonna come right on back. I'm not finna book. He watching Nia, trust me. They talking on the phone.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So, but people were down on the match, and it wasn't the greatest. I wish it could have been a squash, but like, I got it. It was all right. It was what it was. Like, I just challenge all these people who want all these epic matches at WrestleMania to watch like WrestleMania 1 through 5, and then come back and talk to me. And count the epic matches on WrestleMania 1 through 5 and come back and talk to me. It was more epic matches on this one WrestleMania than 1 through 5 combined. Trust me.
I mean, like, the only one I could think of off the top of my head wasn't
Savage Steamboat.
Savage Steamboat. Yeah, like, that's the only one I can think. I mean, you could go 1 through 10, and that's still good. Pretty much the only one, you know. Like, the spectacle of Hogan Warrior was great, but like, it was not by any means a work rate thing, you know? Like,
no, he was charismatic as hell. He still is.
Yeah.
He still is. He can rope him in. But he was let's continue to talk about the women and talk about who is in my avatar. Cause see, that's what I say. Vince always does something. But then it's like, damn, I still want to watch. And I'm happy for Naomi. He did right by her 2 years in a row. Look at that.
I know.
On the low.
She's got
WrestleMania.
She's got 2 WrestleMania moments. Like, credit, good for her, you know. You can already hear the salt creeping down my voice.
I know. I get what she wanted to happen, but I still think what they gave us, you can work with. Do you feel
I absolutely agree with that. It works. It works for Naomi's character too, for being like. And I tweeted this like, right after it happened. Like, it works for her character too, because like she's always like forgotten and overlooked or whatever, and it's like, oh hey, remember me? Yeah. Here's my only problem with it. If you're gonna do that spot and have someone else win and be the forgotten person, there is a better option than Naomi.
Who is it? Who's the option?
It's the third person who got an entrance in the match. The literally forgotten horsewoman. Literally nobody remembers, you know, that she's the horsewoman. She's gotten nothing. You know,
they said her line was so long at Access that they had to extend it for longer, and still people were coming. So
she's way more over than her push.
How in the world is she so over?
I don't know. It's because she's cutting these great YouTube promos. I swear, I don't know. By the way, she cut one tonight about how like why didn't you help out Charlotte when she was getting her ass beat? And she was like, oh fuck, I was eating this really good quinoa.
I love her. She's Charlotte. What you mean?
Rebecca, right? Yeah, right. Fuck, shit. I didn't even realize. No. Rebecca Quinn, you are just a delight. Look at that. I'm using a shoot name. Holy shit. Yeah, but it makes more sense for like the story with Bayley and Sasha to have it be Becky, because she has like the backstory with both of them, and it'd be like a horsewoman thing, and they gave all three of them entrances, who are the only people who got entrances, you know. So it was like, but instead she was just dumped out unceremoniously, like in kind of the middle of the match or whatever. And it's like, crowd was annoyed, like they booed for a bit.
They did not like that. That was stupid. I agree. So they shouldn't have did that.
So for every like, and this is coming from me, you know, a primo Sasha stan, like a massive Sasha stan. Every time you think about how, you know, Sasha Banks has been treated unjustly and unfairly, and she's way more over than her push, which is true. Just think about how little shit they give Becky, and it's just stunning. It's just absolutely stunning. She is an incredible babyface talker. The crowd is way behind her. She's gorgeous. You know, we've seen her put on very, very good matches, although I'm not the biggest fan of her ring work. She can definitely do the job. It just doesn't at all how little they appreciate. It just boggles my mind. I don't like it, which is basically most underpushed in the, you know, Observer Awards until it's insane. It's just absolutely insane. And like, I can only imagine if you're like a diehard Becky fan. She's terrific. I mean, I wrote 13,000. I wrote more about her than anyone else other than Bayley, which is weird conversation. But it's, I don't know, it's very strange, and I don't get it. And I think works better in relation to Sasha and Bayley to be Beck than who I absolutely like, and I agree is also very underappreciated, and people like come and suck. You know, that's not where I'm coming from at all. But I Beck should not get in anything. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree, but like, I can't complain if Naomi wins. I'm sorry.
It could have been way worse. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it could have been. Like, I think it's your mic. Yeah, it's that's going in and out. It was going in and
is
out
it
a
me?
little bit. Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
So,
Yeah.
you know about Sasha and Bailey that's booked for Raw, right?
Yeah.
You think
I
one of them's going to SmackDown?
I honestly both should go. Kind of where I'm at. You could go a number of different ways with it. I'm just worried that we don't necessarily have like the long drawn out plan that all of us want to assume they have. I'm worried about it, you know?
Yeah,
It's a
I agree.
little because they could just have a Raw match and then be like, all right, they had a feud and then it kind of fizzled, you know, and then come back to it like next year. But like, there's a way to split them up and still like have them like interact. Like Money in the Bank, that's gonna be dual branded. Sasha should win the briefcase. She should screw Bailey out of winning the briefcase. Bailey should like fuck around and like come on to SmackDown shows and stop Sasha from cashing in. Frankly, she should do a little Dean Ambrose gimmick when Rollins had the briefcase. You know, she should do that. Survivor Series, you got something there. You could still do like a dual brand, like inter brand match at Backlash, and then you could have, you know, Sasha cash in, win the title, Bailey win the Royal Rumble, chooses Sasha for Mania. Like that makes sense. I don't know if they have the trust of like the fans of these two wrestlers to really pull it off. And I don't know that they have, I don't know, enough built into the general audience that it will work, like separating them. So I'm definitely worried about it. I can also definitely see them both going to SmackDown, like for sure. I think there will probably
Yeah.
be some more call-ups next week during the shakeup. Maybe not. I don't know. Otherwise, I don't know what the hell Nikki Cross is doing down in NXT still. But
I fear for her. Oh my God. Like,
yeah.
you know, she's got her gimmick, and I don't know if they're just gonna turn into, you know, crazy chick. And her gimmick's way more nuanced than just crazy chick, you know.
Yeah. It's way more like controlled chaos, you know, violence than just insane.
She's what
You
Dean
know?
Ambrose wants to be.
There you go.
Hmm.
There you wow. Nail on the head right there. Yeah, so I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they're gonna split Sasha Bailey? Do you think they're both going to SmackDown?
It's hard. Like, it's hard to tell. I would have said, yeah, they're probably gonna keep them together after this, but they just fucking made Carmella the SmackDown Women's Champion. The fuck? Who is she? Feel like the SmackDown Live's heel heavy show, and I'm sorry, I kind of feel like Naomi and the Usos are about to fuck off to Raw.
Yeah.
So, like,
I could definitely see that.
I don't know about, you know, what happens. It's a toss up. It's kind of like, and then Nia's a face, so Nia needs heels to work. Like, people are speculating that they're just gonna swap Alexa and Charlotte again and be like, all right, we're set. and then turn Charlotte heel again. Like, because you know she's a heel in Raw.
Yeah.
But then like Alexa comes in. Are they dare gonna put Alexa in a non-championship match for once? Really?
Oh my God.
We doing that? What does that look
ever.
like?
That would truly be hashtag history making.
Her first singles pay-per-view match. Not for a title. No championship in sight. Strange. What is this odd, brave new world we're going through? Oh God.
Seriously.
What else? There was no Oscar after she her streak was broken.
No.
The rumor is she's definitely staying on Raw. I don't think
Is she to happen? Oh, I think SmackDown.
I heard that.
I think SmackDown almost needs her, honestly. But I mean, if they get Sasha Payton, Sasha
Yeah,
Bailey,
because some people are speculating that some people are speculating that maybe Asuka is gonna be on SmackDown to go against Carmella and like she kills her. But then I guess that they did this, Charlotte wins and then the cash in so they could just get rid of the streak and the briefcase and just like, okay, we're done with that. Wash their hands, let's move on. So I don't know. I'll be watching it. I'm actually interested in the women, so that's great.
I know, right?
Is there anything? Is there anything from the men part you care about? Because I don't. Really.
My network going in and out for like the second half of Mania, so I missed Nakamura Styles. Apparently, was kind of.
It was alright. It wasn't all that.
Anyway,
yeah.
The heel turn, but she looking fine, and then she asks a question. He stops and thinks for a second, sorry, don't speak English or whatever, and walks off with a smile. Like that was terrific. Like just shithead Shinsuke could be a lot of fun for sure.
That's true.
And like he was very over as a face, but like not
really. His inches is over. Come on now.
It felt kind of shallow. It felt as a they switch a lot of shit up. I'm definitely interested to see how it shakes out. Those two shows are always fun, like the shake-up shows. Those are definitely fun shows, you know.
Do you think Daniel Bryan goes? I don't think Daniel Bryan is going on the same show as Roman.
No. Yeah.
Never.
No, I would probably
never. If Daniel Bryan and Roman are on the same show, it's definitely a burial. There will be no more conspiracy. If they're on the same show, burial. It's time for Roman to walk out.
Pasture.
Oh, Jesus.
It would be very like he could be either. I don't know.
Your mic's going in and out again.
Is this still going in?
Yeah. It had cleared up for like a little while.
Yeah. Everything tonight SmackDown other than the U.S. title program. That was just kind of everyone else in the program just cut them, put all their salaries to the women. Like, why not? Just fucking Mahal and Orton are. There's so much time invested in those three, and it's so that it's just like, who gives a shit? But yeah, it was great, and Billy just nailed their promo in it, which I fucking loved. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna watch it like 3 times tonight for sure. So they just for how much I that and enjoyed Beatdown, giving me some from Sunday, and then like good for her in the cash in of champion,
Yeah, I thought she was gonna fail. I was so because she's not a wrestler per se, but Yeah, good for her. And great for Paige. Paige as the new
Oh
general
yeah,
manager.
definitely needed to.
Oh my God. I'm so happy. I didn't know why I didn't see that coming though. I was like, duh.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's great. Great for Paige. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Hopefully Shane can fuck off. Paige has it. She's got it. She can get these people in line.
Yeah.
It's her house now, so he
Which
has to
is
have
great
surgery, so he
chance.
is gonna fuck off for a little bit. He's going
Yeah.
to have surgery, yeah. So
Such
that's
a
great.
good. Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
care.
I love that chant like that the crowd last night came up
Yeah,
with,
this is your
and
house.
is now gonna be a thing. Like, like
It's a
put
thing.
someone in place.
Hmm.
And credit to the crowd last night too. Like they could have been shitty, but they were just a pretty good crowd for the most.
Like I don't think they were shitty towards Roman. They did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like they were directed to chant like all that shit at him. They did what they were supposed to do. He was right in his proper alignment last night. I don't care about much of the other men's stuff. So do you just want to go talk about Takeover?
God, what a show this was.
I was so happy after the show. I was so happy. And I'm not even like I am a big Tommaso Ciampa fan. I was so happy after the show. It was a great show. Not surprised by Adam Cole becoming the North American champion. I was shocked by Shitty Little Boots
Shitty little
joining
boots. Yeah.
the Undisputed Era. But I thought, like, this past week, because I watched NXT and all the stuff involving NXT, I kind of want to say I like the Undisputed Era. I'm going to, like, keep watching, they're all right. They're dorks. But, like, people like, well, they're just trying to be like the end of, like, they're trying less harder than the Bullet Club. So I'm going to give them a chance. Like, if I can give Bullet Club a chance, I can give these guys a chance. Like, it's like they want to be so badass. And, like, yeah, you badass, but you're not that tough. Like, y'all little. They little as hell. Do you see them? They're all tiny.
Yeah. They're little
like,
and horny.
right, but it works somehow. And I'm telling you, Adam Cole, like they're like, I call him Shawn Michaels, and people were getting offended, and I was like, I'm not saying he wrestles like Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is way more than in ring. That man has his like, and he's not trying. This is the thing that I'm seeing about, like, guys like Ziggler, and there are other examples who want to have that Shawn Michaels swagger, but they don't because they're trying to have it. It's like
Try hard.
Adam, yeah, it's like Adam Cole just has it. That's why I said that's his son, honestly, because he reminds me of like shithead Sean back in the late '90s, being the shithead. And I was just like, yeah, I'm like, Sean led DX was much superior anyway. So let's see how this works. That, like, all the matches were crazy good. Like, what would you say was like the weakest match on Takeover?
A tag match, probably, and that was mostly like they were setting up the angle, so
Yeah,
thing with it,
yeah. So it didn't, but like, God, everything was great. Shayna Baszler is now the NXT Women's Champion. I like people. This match was so good that people were scared that Ember was gonna retain. They were like mad. They were like, "Fuck, Ember's gonna win." I was like, "Wait a minute!" Like, she wasn't ever gonna get squashed. They've been playing this that Ember's a badass too.
Yeah.
Come on.
So
I love. Oh my God, they got so physical with each other, and I don't know if it's just the chemistry between them two. I'm interested to see Shayna, because I haven't seen Shayna like WrestleMania. I've seen her like squash people. I haven't seen her in like matches like that. But I hope like she has similar chemistry moving forward, and like her potential challengers. I'm like salivating at the mouth. Her and Dakota Kai. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Her and Kari.
Candace.
Wait. Can we pause just for a second? Can they take that fucking captain's wheel from Kari's? Please take the captain's wheel from Kari. Why is she walking?
You don't like it?
No.
I think it's cute.
Telescope? Like, I like the... I don't know. It looks like, where is she going? I can see if she was a heel. Because that looks like a hell of a weapon.
Hell of a weapon with it, yeah, for sure.
But, like, where is she? Because if I was a heel and I'm facing her, she is nothing. I'm getting DQ'd. I'm going to whack her with this. Why is she carrying this? Like, where are you going? But I think she's cute. I just don't know. I don't like that captain's wheel, but I cannot wait for the possible matchup. So yeah, I feel like I'm going to be. I know like WWE's done a lot of fan service for the main roster, but I feel like I'm gonna be watching NXT more moving forward.
I mean, the roster is so stacked.
It is,
and it never like every takeover is better. It's always somehow. It's just like that opening ladder match was just best in genre. Like that type of multi-man ladder match. Like there's never been a better, and I would agree. Like it was shine, and it was just so much fun. That was terrific. The championship match was booked literally like perfectly with the one Zelina going to the well one too many times and like almost catching her, and then gets kicked while holding her, and then that was awesome. And then of course the main was just a special piece of work, you know.
Oh, it was. Wow. It was like and like I'm not that into Johnny Gargano, but like damn. Like imagine Tommaso Ciampa beating the shit out of him and going over. Imagine it.
Wow.
And then
seems like
like
that would
they
be
have
deflating.
and then they have a cage match in Saudi Arabia. The fuck? I cannot. Okay, but anyway, like the callbacks and at the end when he sat down and he was like, "Come on, have mercy on me. I had mercy on you." And Johnny's like, "That was before you wrecked my life. Fuck you." And made him tap out with the knee break. Oh my god! I was like,
the brace. Yeah.
This was superb storytelling. It was wonderful. It couldn't have been done better.
It really
Absolutely.
couldn't. It was special. It was really special. Some people were claiming that Takeover New Orleans is the greatest show WWE has ever put on, and
slow your roll.
Some people. I mean, you got down. 2 5-star matches. You got another real like 4-5, 4-7-5 in the title match. You know, like
I guess, but you could say. No, slow down. Like, recency bias is way too stuff wears off. People have different feelings about a lot of different people and circumstances. Like, this is what we do on the internet. We get popped and everything is the best ever because we just saw it. And I'm not saying that this was not a great hot ass. It was. It's great. And I do think what Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano is doing is one of the best, like, emotional wrestling stories that the WWE has ever told. But you can slow down on everything being the best ever. Like, but that's just me. Just cause it was great, but like, cause the next takeover will be the best show ever. Then too. Like, seriously, calm down. They said that after Philadelphia. Oh my God, this is the best show. I can't believe it. I've never seen wrestling like this in my life. And I get it. Mark out and have fun, but yeah. It is pretty damn good though. Like, and I don't even watch it regularly. That show, okay, here's the here's the barometer of success. I watched Takeover and want to watch NXT more. I watched WrestleMania and I want to watch main roster less. Like I have no desire to watch.
Yeah.
And like the only reason I would watch is like my tweets have been doing numbers. And to all my followers out there, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, but the only reason I watch is to do something snarky. I just want to see Roman wrestle, and they haven't let him wrestle in a long time. What he did on Sunday was he got beat up. He didn't wrestle Sunday. That wasn't wrestling. What happened? But I can't wait to see him wrestle again. It's gonna be a while, probably. Probably Samoa Joe. But what else? Oh yeah, I did want to ask. Do you think because he didn't get called up today, do you think Almas gets since he is no longer champion, you think he's coming up next week?
I'm going to assume you asked I think Almas gets called up.
Uh-huh.
I have to. The only reason to take the title off him for me, like because otherwise I would like to see Johnny have taken the title off him. You know, like go really full circle with it. So I mean that's put that dude on SmackDown. Like that show gets a lot better all of a sudden. You know, like that's another incredible. That act is so good. That was like an all-time managerial performance by Selena, with like all the ways she got involved and like all of the looks she served to the camera, and like just like it literally looked like she was running the show, you know. And
Yeah.
she is just so good, so good.
And that finish,
they're very ready. Yeah.
They didn't leave much room for error in their finish. Like it had to be tight.
He was kicking right over her. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like damn. So yeah, it was great. Who do you think Black okay, if they don't give like Almas a rematch, who do you think Black faces first?
Feuds.
Yeah.
Well, you have to assume he's not turning heel anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
3 maybe? Lars? Something? No. That's
because I thought it was going to be Adam Cole.
Definitely not anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be. There's a lot of ways that both the main roster with the shakeup and NXT with just how loaded their rosters are right now. Like they could which way they go. And I mean, we'll definitely know a lot more in the next month or so. Basically, what the direction for the summer is going to be, heading into SummerSlam. But there's a lot of things they could do, and let's hope they choose good ones.
Yeah. I'm not hoping for that. I'm telling everybody I'm a hater now. Maybe I'll get this out of my system and just leave me be. People keep trying to come in my mentions with like an opposite opinion. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Fuck off. I don't know you. Block. Why are you trying to like rationalize with an irrational person? This is not rational what I'm going through right now. Crazy. But like
seriously, yeah.
I do see, and I don't change my opinion that the wrestling is good. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna be a little hater about the men stuff. Like I'm gonna hate on all the men. I'm not gonna hate on women. They don't have anything to do with this. I am out to bury favorites. I was so serious. I did it to Nakamura today, and I was very proud of myself. It's getting a lot of likes. A lot of people agree. No, he can't lace Roman's boots. He cannot. Roman is clearly the better wrestler. Like people he had great matches in NXT. Show me the receipts.
He had one great match in NXT.
One great match with Sami Zayn. Stop it.
One.
Please. One. But like I don't know. It's weird. It's just I'm still in this fog. But just want to let everybody listening know I am not quitting the show. However, I'm not going to be doing it every week. If we're going to come up with some kind of schedule, probably every other week, or like do one like do a reaction to the pay-per-view, and then like 2 weeks later a follow-up of what has happened since the pay-per-view. Those type of shows.
Yeah.
We're gonna be like a pop-up store, just pop up on your ass. Hey, come listen, motherfuckers.
Hey,
we're back.
Something happened on the show. We're fucking talking. Like we're gonna
exactly.
say some shit. You know, we're gonna mark out or bitch one way or the other. You know? Maybe both. Maybe both. Probably both. In fact.
I don't know whether to cry or get fucked up, so I'm gonna do a combination of both a little bit later.
in a public forum, you know, like why not? Hey, I mean that works for me. I might about to start be getting a little bit. My schedule might start being constricted.
Yeah.
In the next coming times. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say about that. There was a moment. I'm just gonna tell a random story from my weekend. There was a moment Friday night. I went out Friday night into the West Village in Manhattan, and we had dinner and then drinks with friends. That like a lot of like 25 people showed up, like way more people than I was expecting. And we were getting lit. We were getting very lit. There's like pictures of me like sitting on the ground, like in like a Jesus pose. And I have literally no recollection of what the context was. Like, maybe I started claiming I was Jesus or something because I turned 33 and Jesus died at 33 or some shit. That's what I think it was, but I literally don't know. It's just out of context, random pictures. So I bounced it like close to 4 a.m. or whatever, and I was walking down the street and I was like, where the fuck? I was like, where's this train? I was like, I was like walking very very indirect route to the train or whatever, and I ran upon these 2 Aussies, and they were talking, and they had a weird like setup. It's like a 21-year-old couple. They kept saying they were married, but that they weren't romantically involved. And I was very confused because then I was like, the guy looks like he wishes he was romantically involved, but they kept saying they were married. And I was like, are you guys fucking with me? Like, I don't get what's going on right now. And they were very drunk and I was very drunk. I took their picture and then we talked for like 20 minutes and just the Aussie slang. They said schmick, and I like almost fell down. Like I fucking popped so big, and they're like, why are you losing your shit? Because we said schmick. And I was like, it's too long for me to explain. I'm not going to explain why I'm popping for the word schmick. But yeah, I don't know. It was very weird. So I've had some Aussies on my mind ever since Friday night, and got them tonight. So and they still always get some good shit sometimes, you know?
Did you ever find out what he meant by married but not like they're married but they're not intimate? Like, I don't know. That's weird. Why would you tell someone? Okay.
Yeah.
You meet interesting people.
I always do. I always meet random folks on the streets. Like, I'm a very approachable fellow, and then I just get in weird random conversations. I don't know.
That's crazy.
But I had to say it because they used the word schmick, and I was like, "Oh my god, are you Billy Kay?" I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck is going on right now?" And they were like, "It was very."
They were like we don't get why this is so funny to him. This is what
they don't, but they were drunk as well. They were somehow more drunk than me, I think. So like they got popped that I popped for a random Aussie slang word. It was absurd. This city is just insane. Let me just go ahead and say that. I love this town. New York is the best, man.
I'm glad that you're happy, and I know, like, I just, I don't know. I'm serious. I just don't. It's just, it was one Roman fan, and I was being so nice. And if you're listening, I do love you. Was like, just try to understand you can't reason, and they're like, well, I'm just hoping that there's going to be, something good to come out of all this pain. And I was like, it's been 3 years. Like, what the? How long are we supposed to wait? It's crazy. Like, if you took that one thing away, I think I would have enjoyed the whole weekend way more. And it cast a shadow over everything else. And it fucking sucks. But it's like, I can't be mad at it. That's why I'm the fuckamu. I should have known better. But I do now. So the wrestling is still good. I'm just skeptical as fuck about it.
Yeah. Yeah. They
I tell you what,
always kick you in the nuts.
I'm gonna watch the promoter who, when he swerves me, it's a good swerve. Like, shitty little boots joining the undisputed era.
Yeah.
So I can't be mad. Despite all my rage, I am still just a rat in a cage.
Is that a song lyric?
That is, yeah, you're not into. That is a very famous song lyric from Smashing Pumpkins, Billy Corgan, who is involved with TNA.
Right.
Wrestling. Yeah. So, that's all I care to talk about. Do you have anything else from the weekend you would like to point out? Any highlights? Anything special? Anything we didn't cover?
I think HJZ put in the comment. He made a shout out to Kyle O'Reilly's little bit where he like took a suplex and then had like an immediate fighting spirit moment and then just fell out of the ring. Like that shit is that's top notch pro wrestling shit right there. Like I love that. Was such a good, like those moments are great. And like comedy moments, just like the moment where backstage Jeff Hardy ran into Matt and Bray and Finn and Seth were just like, what the fuck was that, or whatever, and he was just like, just shrugged his shoulders and walked off. Like they need to put a little more comedy in the shows. Like they could definitely do with it because they got people that are funny and are entertaining and charismatic, and I think a couple more comedy beats I would like to see. It's a very small random request, but that would be nice.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, they brought up No Way Jose, so they probably will get more into that. People are like, he's the next Santino. I'm like, well, that's a good place for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made some money.
Are you gonna watch the greatest Royal Rumble there ever was?
When is it? Friday?
On April the 27th.
Oh,
whenever that is.
Now. I have no idea. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. Who knows? It's a long ways from now.
Yeah, if I catch it, I don't have the network, but if I catch it, I'll probably like borrow somebody else's. I have a friend who now I've actually got him into New Japan, so I can like borrow either one of his accounts. And he was like, "Why did you get the network?" When I was talking about this, because he's a Roman fan, he was like, I was like, because I actually wanted to support the fucking company. That's why I got the network. Big mistake that was.
Yeah.
Okay. I do just want to end on one note. I have tremendous amount of respect for all the wrestlers, and anything I do say here is mostly just roasting gags. I respect all of these wrestlers, and I understand that Roman Reigns lives a very happy life with a brutal family, and he's a multi-millionaire, and I should not be fucking sorry for him. I just want to be fucking entertained by the story they give him. With that said, I hope you guys really enjoyed this show. And one more thing. Fuck Bobby Lashley. Good night, everybody. Bye.